Have you ever imagined bettering yourself in a certain activity but were unsuccessful? Maybe you wanted to learn a second language like French or Italian. Hi, my name is Ali, and today I'll be discussing the topic of educational goals and objectives. Goals and objectives are often used interchangeably, leading to confusion as to just what they both mean. Within educational and business settings, these two terms help guide an individual or company in producing a certain end result. So, where do we start? First, we should define the two terms. Goals are defined as the end point of a race, or the result or achievement toward which effort is directed, aim, end. What the does that mean? To put it simply, goals are intended to be broad, abstract, the end result, and relate to a longer term aspect. So if we wanted to visualize a goal, a checkered line at the end of a 5K race would work. Now that we understand goals, what are objectives? Objectives are defined as considered in relation to its object, or something that one's efforts or actions are intended to attain or accomplish. Purpose, target. I hear you. Sounds like a load of hot spaghetti spilling on the floor, right? Here's another way to look at it. Objectives can be narrow in scope, concrete, easily measured, the means to the end, and shorter term. So an example would be reaching a milestone to make a 5K run easier. Let's say running halfway without feeling fatigued. Alright, simple enough. Let's use the example from the beginning of this video to make sure we know the difference between goals and objectives. You've recently expressed an interest in learning Italian as a second language, but are unsure how to go about it. Should you learn one new word a day? How often should you practice Italian? How do you know how far you've gotten in learning Italian? To help answer these questions, you use a checklist for daily feedback on your progress. You determine from this checklist you want to learn Italian within the span of 3 months, learning at least one new word a day. Also, you've determined that each week you would have a weekly test and refresher on what you've learned to retain your information. Within this scenario, your goal would be to be fluent in Italian by the end of 3 months or your end result. Your objectives, however, would be the weekly tests and refresher sessions and acquisition of one new word every day. A second scenario may involve wanting to complete a research project within a 14-week time span and how you intend to complete that project from beginning to end. The goal of this scenario would be completing the research project at the end of 14 weeks, while the objectives may involve analyzing one article every week or completing a specific aspect of that project at a certain point within the 14-week time span. So that's it. Goals and objectives may be used towards just about anything we wish to achieve in life, so I would advise you to try it for yourself. I hope this video has been helpful in differentiating goals from objectives and makes all your future endeavors easier. Take care, everyone.